Hello everyone, and welcome to the Missouri School Boards Association's Board Report for the month of March. We thank you for the opportunity to share some news and information during a few minutes of your board meeting. We begin with a look at the state budget and efforts in the legislature to cut state taxes. Former state budget director and current governmental relations consultant Jim Moody told an audience at the recent MSBA legislative forum it would be a huge mistake for Missouri to follow the lead of Kansas and continue to cut state taxes. Moody says more tax cuts would only reduce the ability of the state to fund public education.
If everybody adopts the same dumb tax policy, at the end of the day, how many jobs have you created? Probably not very many. All you did was cut taxes, which is their goal. And so I think we need to be very cautious about that. And, you know, we're in an environment, as you know, the School Boards Association, where the school formula is pretty dramatically underfunded, and I don't see any resolution to that coming.
Moody said Missouri has cut taxes repeatedly for the past 15 years and has little job growth to show for it. He also told participants at the legislative forum there used to be a broad consensus in the legislature to fully fund the foundation formula every year, but that consensus has disappeared. Numerous bills have been filed this year that would either reduce or eliminate Missouri's income tax. Moody says there's no way other taxes, such as an increased sales tax, could offset the loss in state revenue from an income tax cut. Missouri's public school retirement system is in solid financial condition compared to retirement systems in many other states. That's according to the executive director of the public school retirement system, Steve Yoakum. He made his comments during the recent MSBA legislative forum. Yoakum told the audience he does not believe there will be any need to raise contribution rates in the foreseeable future.
I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, the plan for Missouri's educators is sustainable and continues to improve as we go forward. And part of it is for the commitment that we get from the school boards, from the teachers associations, et cetera, who understand the value of this plan and understand that it does impact our kids because it does allow you to attract and retain the best people we can to teach our kids.
Yoakum said a decision by the PSRS board to cap the cost of living adjustments for retirees at 2% per year has helped stabilize the retirement system. He said efforts to have educators covered by Social Security would be a mistake. He said his major concern with the retirement system is achieving an 8% rate of return on its investments over the long term. MSBA continues to advocate for school board representation on the PSRS board since school districts make half of the contributions to the retirement system. The chairman of the Senate Education Committee, David Pierce of Warrensburg, says school boards, administrators, and legislators need to work as a team for the benefit of our public schools. Pierce, a former school board member himself, says it's critical that legislators understand what's really going on in the schools they represent.
Find ways to invite your elected officials to come to your schools. During spring break or on Fridays when we're not in session, call up your state rep and say, hey, how would you like to come tour an 8th grade science class? How would you like to have lunch with a group of first graders? Because believe me, that's pretty interesting, isn't it, to do that? And it never hurts to say, oh, by the way, we'll have a camera there to take a picture, and we might even put it in the local newspaper. So mention that phrase, photo op. That always really helps. Don't assume that the state rep or the senator knows about your program, because for the most part, we don't.
Pierce made his remarks at the legislative forum. Following presentations at the forum, MSBA members visited their legislators at the Capitol and discussed pending legislation that would have an impact on their school districts. Registration is now open for MSBA's 2013 spring regional meetings to be held throughout the state in April and May. The topic for this year's meetings is navigating the new superintendent evaluation requirements. We hope to see you at the meeting in your area of the state, and you can visit the MSBA website for the date and location of the meeting in your region. That's it for this month's edition of the MSBA Board Report. Thanks for allowing us to have some time at your board meeting, and so long from Columbia.